Hey guys, just wanted to stop by and provide you with another short, quick video that helps us to be better today, helps us to grow a little bit better today than we were on yesterday. And today I want to talk about what happens when religion leaves us broken, but we still want God. It leaves us broken, but yet and still we're still longing for God. And I want you to know that God still wants us. I mean, how many of you have ever been around religious people that made you feel less than? Maybe unwelcome, judged you, made you feel uncomfortable. Maybe they gossiped about you openly. It's kind of impolite. And maybe they were just downright rude to you. See, you had come seeking God, but all they could see is that you were maybe from the street, that you were a product of street life. And because you came believing that God wanted us to come just as we are, but all they could see was that you didn't know proper church protocol. And so they laughed at you. They may have been antisocial, even cold and cruel to you. And I know that it can be hard when you're seeking brotherly and sisterly love, but all you run into are bitter people that would rather judge you than to help you. I get it can be confusing, it can even be troubling, and even damaging. Certainly it makes you think that God type of people aren't the type of people that are supportive, that are welcoming, or the kind of people that you would want to spend time around. But then you hear them tell you that in order to be loved or to be favored by God, that you need to pledge your allegiance to a specific religion. That if you don't do it, you can't be loved or accepted by God. I get it. So what do? Do you continue to allow yourself to be beat down, to be broken, to be mistreated, to be made to feel ashamed about what you look like, maybe what you know or what you don't know, or maybe even from where you're from? You're made to feel ashamed about where you're from. Or do you just say to hell with religious folks and God altogether? See, I know it can be tough, but I hope that you hear me when I say that there is a different way and there's a better way. It's okay to be turned off by religion, but don't let people turn you away from God. You can be turned off by religion, but be turned towards God. One, because He's our Father. And He was our Father before we invented religions and before religions invented religious gods. So be turned towards God because He loves us all. See, He's a good Father. Now, this doesn't mean that He's always pleased with our behavior. No, it doesn't mean that. I mean, think about it. Because if you're like me, you can still love yourself while not always liking everything that you do. I don't like everything that I do, but I love myself. And God is the same way. He loves us, even though He doesn't always love everything that we do. 3, be turned towards God because He's always turned towards us in the hopes that we will align with His human expectations of us. To choose love and not hate. To choose peace and not violence. See, He's hoping we will choose honesty and not cheating, mercy and not vengeance, forgiveness and not retribution. This is His hope for us, that we would choose to help one another instead of just judging one another. And so we should be turned towards God because He wants what's best for us, regardless of the names that we use to refer to Him. See, and I want you to be encouraged, knowing that God isn't concerned with what religion we belong to, but He's concerned with us embodying His essence of universal and timeless goodness in our thoughts, our words, and our actions. He knows that a good harvest is the result of good seeds being sown into good fertile ground. And He just wants us to embody His essence of good, that we might reap good. That we might reap good, or the fat of the land. Might reap it in our homes. That we might reap it in our careers. That we might reap it in our finances. That we might reap it in our relationships. And that we might reap good in our health. This is what he wants for us, why he wants us not to be turned away from him just because maybe we're turned away from religion. Don't let people turn you away from the spirit that made us all one people. Don't let tribal people divide us against ourselves for the sake of religious supremacy. Think about what religion has done to us. It's just divided us, made us fight ourselves, trying to prove which God or which religion is superior to another. Because God is our Father, by whatever name you call him. He created us all his children. And he created us all with greatness to be and to do great things in the earth. So don't squander the moment. Don't let people turn you away from God. Don't let religion make you think that you can't be loved or accepted. No, don't let them do that. Don't let them make you think that the only way that you can be loved and accepted by God is through religion. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to your family. Don't do that to your legacy. I encourage you, I invite you to learn who God is beyond names and religion, so that you will never need religion to communicate or to align with our Father. He's your Father. You don't need an outside entity to help you to communicate with your Father. But you have to learn the truth so that you can live the truth and then share the truth. And I offer you 3 truths about God that makes you realize that he's our Father, that makes you realize that he's humanity's Father. 1, I help you to discover God as a spirit in a 2-dimensional world of spirit and physical. 2, I help you to discover him as creator, as judge, as sustainer, and as our Father. And then 3, I help you to know who God is by his goodness in a world of good and evil. See, I pull back the veil and I reveal God to you in ways that either the church had known to teach or just hadn't chosen to teach. Either way, I provide you information that might be free, that good people might unite, that we might establish God's kingdom in the earth. And so for more information on the course that teaches you who God is beyond names and religion, visit mastermind.com and search the title, The Great God in a World of Multiple Gods. And for more information on booking me, Carlos, for spiritual teachings or presentations, and or for more information on personal development coaching, contact me at services, services, at carloshead.com. And then I ask you to do one last thing. I ask that you will like this video, share the video, comment on the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and above all, I ask that you would be the best version of you today as a human being. Yours truly, I'm Carlos, your spiritual teacher and personal development coach. And with that, peace and love. Until next time.